Hey again. Well, I'm going to start the video the same way you did. The time here is 5:53 a.m. It's the 9th of February, Saturday. I think. I think it's Saturday anyway. Anyway, um, I'm gonna get right on to the point that I want to stress the most. You say that I don't have the best. I have a lack of fluency in my communication. I do notice this, and that's what I want to talk about. That's what I'm probably going to spend most of this video talking about. It's all down to a condition I have, um, known commonly as Asperger's syndrome. I don't know if you're up on it. Um, Basically, it's a mild form of autism, which I'm sure you know about, or of at least. Um, it it means that one of the many symptoms of this condition or syndrome is that I don't handle communication brilliantly. I'm not good in social circumstances, up to and including chat via internet. I've noticed myself getting worse as I get older, and as I make more videos as well. And making a video talking about it is even harder. It's a condition that's it's incredibly hard to explain. It affects a hell of a lot of aspects. I never thought really that it came out on the internet, but after watching some of my videos back and seeing that I'm stumbling a lot in my speech, I realise that it does have a big effect on my videos. I mean, the biggest effect is, of course, that you wouldn't see the biggest aspects of it unless you met me in person. But yeah, amongst other things, it affects my speech. Not my speech as a general. It affects my communication skills quite severely. It means I'm usually going to be an outcast in society. I'm going to be the quiet one. I'm going to be the one who's there. No matter how many people are around me, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to want to be on my own. I'm not lonely. Asperger sufferers tend not to be lonely people. They just like their own company more than other people's. I do have several videos on it if you want to check them out. I don't know. I don't go into detail because I don't know the details myself yet. That's what I'm waiting to find out when I meet with the psychiatrist next month. What else did you say? You talk about the rigidity of thinking or something along those lines, and I'd like to agree that I do tend to be a bit of a rigid thinker. Whatever the hell that means. However you want to take that. You say, when I said I didn't work, you say that you look at me and think of someone who does work hard, and I would agree with you completely. Not in the physical sense, but definitely in the mental sense. I'm constantly working hard mentally to... I don't like to say this, but I tend to find myself concentrating to keep up with what's going on around me. You say about being slow thinker. As much as I don't like to admit that, it's quite true. I mean, at times I can be quite a quick thinker, and it's something that comes naturally sometimes, but the most of the time I am going to be falling behind a bit, which is another symptom of Asperger's syndrome. I am often called lazy, and of course I disagree, because although I'm physically not doing anything, mentally I'm working 24/7, and I do see a certain sense of self-loathing in myself as well, and trying to fight off that feeling of self-loathing. That's another thing as well, by the way, with Asperger's. That's the first time I've actually done it. I've just noticed. I wouldn't usually notice that, but you say I said that, and then again I said it afterwards. I said self-loathing, and then I said it again. I've done that. I do it quite a lot. If I feel like in my head the words didn't come out right, then I will say it again, and again and again until I get it perfect. Aspies tend to be perfectionists in what they do. They tend to want to be understood as perfectly as possible. And failure is not an option. And I appear to have succeeded in making myself understood, with you at least. So that's something I take a sense of pride in. And this but as with the self-loathing, there's also another fear there in the back of my mind, is that I don't want to get too self-confident. I don't want to become too self-aware, which I think at times I have been, and I look back and I'm not proud of it, but that's the way I have been. You're also going to say that if I'm ever in your neighbourhood, you'd happily buy me a cup of coffee. It's unlikely, most likely won't happen. But I do look to one day travel the States. More than anything, the southern states. It's not impossible that I'd be where you are. I take a big interest in a small state called Arkansas. It's produced a lot of my favourite musicians and people, and without Arkansas, as stupid as this sounds, without Arkansas I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. There's just so many people that I love that have come out of Arkansas. It's just, and I've heard it's a nice place to be as well. That's definitely a place that I'd like to visit one day. You also mentioned a desire to, you want to discuss a desire to be self-sufficient. And yeah, I'd be interested in talking about that. That's pretty much about all I had to say. There's a couple of other videos I want to do tonight, so I'll be online. Then again, you probably aren't. Bit of a time difference. And I look forward to any responses you post. Peace out.